What if I told you there's a group of people in the heart of modern America who have discovered a way to live without health insurance, without car payments, without a retirement fund, and without ever buying a new outfit from a store? And what if I told you that by giving up these things, they might actually be richer in the ways that count? Today, we're going to uncover 10 surprising things the Amish never buy. More importantly, we're going to explore the powerful, often ingenious things they do instead. High-fashion clothing. In a world dominated by fast fashion, where trends change with the seasons and our closets are bursting at the seams, the Amish approach to clothing is nothing short of revolutionary. They never buy a pair of brand-name jeans, a designer handbag, or the latest sneakers. In fact, they rarely buy clothes from a public store at all. So, what do they do instead? They practice what you might call slow fashion, in its most authentic form. Amish clothing is almost always handmade, sewn by the women in the family or community. The patterns are prescribed, the colors are solid and subdued, blues, greens, purples, and grays. This isn't about suppressing individuality for the sake of it. It's a deliberate choice with a profound purpose. Their clothing is a visual symbol of their faith and their commitment to the community, or the Jemained. The uniformity signifies humility and a rejection of pride, or Hakmet, which they view as a root of sin. A man's straw hat might signify he's a farmer, while a woman's white bonnet, or cap, indicates she is married. The clothing is practical, durable, and designed to last for years, not just a season. Buttons are often replaced with simple pins or hook-and-eyes in stricter communities, a tradition stemming from a historical rejection of the ornate buttons on military uniforms. The modern takeaway: while we may not be sewing our own wardrobes, we can ask ourselves, do our clothing choices reflect our values, or are we just following the herd? The Amish teach us that clothing can be about identity and durability, not just disposability. Choosing quality over quantity isn't just a financial decision, it's a statement about what we value. Cars. This might seem obvious, right? Amish equals horse and buggy. But the why is what's truly fascinating. The Amish don't reject cars because they are inherently evil. They reject them because of what they represent. A gateway to the outside world that could pull the community apart. A car makes it easy to drive to a mall in the next town, to work a job miles away from the family farm, to visit non-Amish friends. It creates a level of independence that could erode the tight-knit, interdependent nature of their Jemained. Sociologist Donald Craybill, a leading expert on the Amish, calls this the 5-mile rule. By keeping their world accessible by horse and buggy, they ensure that their social, economic, and religious lives remain centered around the home and the immediate community. But here's the twist. The Amish aren't completely disconnected from modern transportation. They simply don't own the vehicle. Instead, they hire non-Amish taxis, often a van or a truck, for long-distance travel to visit family in other settlements, go to specialty doctors, or for business purposes. This creates a clear, intentional boundary. The car is a tool to be used, not a status symbol to be owned. Its utility, stripped of its identity-forming power. Public grid electricity. Walking through an Amish home can feel like stepping back in time. There are no televisions flickering in the corner, no hum from a refrigerator, no tangle of charging cables. The vast majority of Amish communities forbid connecting to the public power grid. This decision is a cornerstone of their commitment to separation from the world. But don't mistake this for a life lived in total darkness. The Amish are masters of adaptation. Instead of flipping a switch, they have developed ingenious workarounds. Homes are lit by the bright, steady glow of propane-powered lamps. Refrigerators are often powered by natural gas or kept cold in a traditional icebox. And here's where it gets even more surprising. Many Amish workshops and businesses use electricity, but they generate it themselves. You might see a diesel generator powering a sophisticated woodworking shop or solar panels on a barn roof charging a 12-volt battery. This battery might then power a washing machine with a custom-built motor or a cash register. The key difference, once again, is about control and intention. By generating their own power, they can carefully regulate which technologies they allow into their lives. They can embrace a tool that makes their work more efficient without opening the floodgates to televisions, video games, and the internet, which they believe would harm family and community life. It's a brilliant example of being in the world, but not of it. Musical instruments. In a culture so rich with song, this one feels like a paradox. The Amish have a deep and powerful tradition of singing. Their church services are filled with slow, complex, centuries-old hymns sung in unison, without any harmony. This collection of hymns, known as the Ozbund, is one of the oldest Protestant songbooks still in continuous use. Yet, you will almost never find a piano, a guitar, or a violin in an Amish home. The Amish believe that musical instruments, much like flashy clothing, can lead to self-glorification and performance. The goal of their singing is not entertainment or individual expression, but collective worship. The unadorned human voice, joined with hundreds of others, is the ultimate instrument for praising God. It ensures that no single person stands out. Instead of private music lessons, Amish children learn these ancient hymns by ear, absorbing them through a lifetime of listening in church and at home. It's a purely communal and deeply spiritual form of music, passed down through generations, a stark contrast to our modern world of celebrity performers and auto-tuned pop stars. Higher education. An Amish child's formal education ends after the 8th grade, usually around the age of 14 or 15. In a society that relentlessly pushes for college degrees and lifelong learning, this can seem shocking. A 1972 Supreme Court case, Wisconsin v. Yoder, even affirmed their right to do this, based on religious freedom. But to the Amish, this isn't the end of education, it's the beginning of a different kind. They believe that the formal schooling they provide in their own private schoolhouses is more than sufficient for the life their children will lead. It teaches them the essentials: English, German, arithmetic, and history, all within the context of their faith. What happens after 8th grade? They begin their real-world apprenticeship. Boys work alongside their fathers in the fields or in a trade like furniture making. Girls learn from their mothers how to manage a household, cook, sew, and garden. This is a hands-on, practical education for life. It's a curriculum of competence, not theory. They are learning the skills that will allow them to be productive members of their community. And the results speak for themselves. The Amish have an estimated 90% success rate for their small businesses, a figure that would be the envy of any business school. Televisions and smartphones. This is perhaps the most profound rejection of modern life. There are no televisions, no computers, no internet, and no smartphones in a typical Amish home. This isn't just about avoiding certain shows or apps. It's about preserving the very fabric of their social lives. Think about what happens when the TV is off and the phones are put away. People talk. Families eat dinner together, facing each other. Children play outside. The evening becomes a time for conversation, for reading, for playing board games, or for visiting neighbors. The Amish understand, perhaps better than we do, that these technologies are not neutral. They are designed to capture our attention and hold it for as long as possible. Instead of scrolling through a social media feed, an Amish person engages in actual social networking. They have frolics, which are community work bees for barn raisings or quilting. They have Sunday singing, youth group activities, and family gatherings. A 2020 study found that despite their lack of modern technology, older order Amish in rural Pennsylvania reported similar or even better social support and less loneliness than a sample of non-Amish adults. They've essentially traded a world of virtual connection for one of genuine, face-to-face belonging. Wall-to-wall carpeting. This one might seem small, but it reveals a deep-seated value. Walk into an Amish home and you'll likely see beautiful, bare hardwood floors, perhaps adorned with a few simple handmade rugs. You will almost never see wall-to-wall carpeting. On a practical level, carpets are hard to clean without a powerful vacuum cleaner, which would require more electricity than their 12-volt systems can typically support. But the reasoning goes deeper. The Amish value simplicity and practicality in their homes. Hardwood floors are durable, easy to sweep, and come from the natural world. This choice is a quiet rebellion against the modern desire for constant comfort and luxury. It reflects a mindset of making do and finding beauty in function rather than ornamentation. Their homes are not designed to be plush palaces of comfort, but clean, orderly, and functional spaces for family life and worship. Commercial life insurance. How do you provide for your family if the unthinkable happens? For most of us, the answer is life insurance. The Amish, however, are forbidden by their ordnung or church rules from buying commercial insurance of any kind, life, health, or property. They believe it shows a lack of faith in God's providence. To pay a premium is to suggest that you are putting your trust in a worldly financial institution rather than in God and your community. So, what happens when a barn burns down or a father passes away, leaving a young family behind? The community becomes the insurance policy. If a barn is struck by lightning, hundreds of men from the church district will gather for a barn raising, and in a matter of days, a new structure will stand where the old one fell. It's a stunning display of mutual aid. If a family loses its primary breadwinner, the church will quietly provide for the widow and children. Deacons will collect funds, neighbors will bring food, and relatives will help with childcare and farm work. This isn't charity, it's a deeply ingrained system of social security. It's a promise, sealed by faith, that no one will ever be left to face disaster alone. Retirement homes and 401k. The concept of retirement, as we know it, stopping work at 65 and living off a pension or 401k, doesn't really exist in the Amish world. They do not pay into Social Security, a right also affirmed by the government due to their self-sufficient, cradle-to-grave welfare system. So what's their retirement plan? It's the family. As Amish individuals grow older, their workload naturally lessens. They might move into a separate, smaller apartment attached to the main farmhouse, known as a grandstadie house or grandfather house. They are no longer the primary managers of the farm or business, but they are far from idle. A grandfather might spend his days fixing harnesses or tending a small garden. A grandmother might quilt, watch the younger children, or offer her wisdom in the kitchen. They remain deeply integrated into the daily life of the family, providing value and receiving care. There is no sense of being put out to pasture. They are respected elders, a living link to the past, and a vital part of the family's present. Their retirement is not a withdrawal from life, but a transition to a new phase of it, surrounded by loved ones. A lawnmower. This is the one that surprises almost everyone. The Amish, with their immaculate farms and tidy homesteads, do not buy power lawnmowers. You'll never hear the weekend roar of a riding mower in Amish country. So how do they keep their lawns so perfectly manicured? The answer is twofold. First, for the main yard around the house, they often use old-fashioned, human-powered reel mowers. It's quiet, it's good exercise, and it gets the job done without burning fossil fuels. But for the larger grassy areas, they use a much more traditional and adorable method. They use sheep. A small flock of sheep acts as a natural, self-propelled, fertilizing lawn care service. It's a closed-loop system of elegant simplicity. The sheep keep the grass short, their droppings enrich the soil, and they require no gasoline, no oil changes, and no noisy engine, just a bit of pasture and water. It's a perfect encapsulation of the Amish way. A simple, nature-based solution that is both practical and profound. Their world is not a perfect utopia, and their lifestyle isn't for everyone. But their choices challenge us to look at our own lives and ask some important questions. Why do we buy the things we buy? Are they meeting a real need, or are they just feeding a sense of anxiety or inadequacy? Could we find more security in our relationships than in our financial portfolios? Could we find more joy in creating something than in consuming something? You don't have to sell your car or give up your smartphone to learn from the Amish. Maybe it just means choosing to repair something instead of replacing it. Maybe it means scheduling a regular, device-free dinner with your family. Or maybe it just means knowing your neighbors' names and being willing to lend a hand when they need it. The Amish remind us that wealth isn't about what you have, but about what you don't need. And in our frantic, cluttered, modern world, that might be the most surprising and valuable lesson of all. In a world obsessed with the latest health fads and expensive wellness trends, Could the secrets to a healthier, happier life be found in a community largely untouched by modern technology? In the heart of Amish country, time seems to move a little slower and well-being isn't a luxury, but a way of life. Get ready to be surprised, inspired, and perhaps to rethink your own approach to health. Secret number 1. The power of purposeful work. Step into an Amish community, and one of the first things you'll notice is the constant activity. From dawn till dusk, individuals of all ages are engaged in meaningful work, whether it's farming the land, crafting furniture, tending to livestock, or managing the household. This isn't just about productivity, it's a foundational element of their health. Think about it. Our modern lives often involve long hours sitting at desks, leading to sedentary lifestyles and a host of related health issues. In contrast, the daily physical exertion inherent in Amish life provides a natural, consistent form of exercise. Studies have shown that regular physical activity, even moderate intensity, drastically reduces the risk of chronic diseases like heart disease, diabetes, and certain types of cancer. For the Amish, this isn't a scheduled workout, it's simply the rhythm of their day. Imagine your body as a finely tuned machine. Leaving it idle for too long causes it to rust and seize up. Purposeful work, like the Amish engage in, keeps all the parts moving smoothly and efficiently. Secret number 2. The nourishment of real food. In an age of processed ingredients and fast food convenience, the Amish maintain a strong connection to the source of their food. Their diet largely consists of whole, unprocessed foods, fresh fruits and vegetables from their gardens, milk and eggs from their own animals, and grains ground for homemade bread. This emphasis on real food provides their bodies with essential nutrients without the added sugars, unhealthy fats, and artificial additives that are so prevalent in modern diets. Think about the rise in diet-related illnesses in our society. Could a return to simpler, whole foods be a key to reversing this trend? The Amish seem to have instinctively understood this all along. You won't find an Amish person reaching for a bag of chips filled with unpronounceable ingredients. Their snack of choice might be a crisp apple straight from the orchard. Secret number 3. The strength of community. The Amish live in close-knit communities where mutual support and social connection are paramount. They rely on each other for everything from barn raisings to childcare. This strong sense of belonging and shared responsibility fosters emotional well-being and reduces feelings of isolation, which we know can have a significant impact on both mental and physical health. Consider the loneliness epidemic in many modern societies. The Amish experience offers a powerful reminder of the importance of human connection for overall health. When an Amish family faces a challenge, like an illness or a loss, the entire community rallies around them, offering practical help and emotional support. This collective strength is a powerful buffer against stress and adversity. Secret number 4. The restorative power of simplicity. In a world constantly buzzing with notifications and endless stimulation, the Amish intentionally choose a simpler way of life, free from the constant barrage of technology. This isn't about shunning progress entirely, but about consciously creating space for quiet reflection, meaningful interactions, and a slower pace of life. Studies increasingly show the negative impacts of excessive screen time and constant connectivity on our sleep patterns, stress levels, and overall well-being. The Amish, by limiting their exposure to these modern distractions, likely experience a greater sense of calm and mental clarity. Imagine trying to have a conversation in a crowded, noisy room. It's difficult to focus and connect. Similarly, a life filled with constant digital noise can make it hard to tune into your own inner voice and prioritize your well-being. Secret number 5. The wisdom of traditional remedies. While the Amish are not averse to modern medicine when necessary, they also possess a deep knowledge of traditional herbal remedies and natural healing practices passed down through generations. They often utilize locally sourced herbs and time-tested methods to address common ailments. This connection to traditional knowledge reminds us that for centuries, humans relied on the natural world for healing, and there's still much wisdom to be found in these practices. Ethnobotanists and researchers have increasingly been studying traditional medicinal practices around the world, including those of the Amish, uncovering the potential benefits of various natural remedies. Secret number 6. The benefits of outdoor life. Amish life is deeply intertwined with the natural world. They spend a significant amount of time outdoors, working in their fields, tending their gardens, and traveling by horse and buggy. This constant exposure to fresh air and sunlight offers numerous health benefits. Sunlight, for example, is a vital source of vitamin D, crucial for bone health and immune function. Spending time in nature has also been shown to reduce stress levels and improve mood. Studies have indicated that individuals who spend more time outdoors tend to have lower rates of depression and anxiety. The Amish, by virtue of their lifestyle, likely experience these benefits on a daily basis. Secret number 7. The strength found in faith. For the Amish, faith is not just a Sunday practice, it's an integral part of their daily lives. Their strong religious beliefs provide a framework for meaning, purpose, and community support. Studies have consistently shown a correlation between faith, spirituality, and improved mental and physical health. This sense of connection to something larger than oneself can be a powerful source of resilience and well-being. Think of your faith, or any strong belief system you hold, as an anchor in a storm. It provides stability and hope during challenging times. Secret number 8. The value of manual skills. In a world increasingly dominated by technology, the Amish maintain a strong tradition of craftsmanship and manual skills. Whether it's woodworking, quilting, or farming, they take pride in creating and repairing things with their own hands. Engaging in these activities not only provides a sense of accomplishment but also involves physical movement and can be incredibly therapeutic. You're unlikely to find an Amish person struggling to assemble flat-pack furniture. Secret number 9. The emphasis on family. Family is at the heart of Amish society. They typically have large families and strong intergenerational bonds. This provides a built-in support system, reduces feelings of loneliness, and fosters a sense of belonging across all ages. Think about the importance of family meals, shared traditions, and the wisdom passed down from older generations. These are all vital aspects of a healthy and fulfilling life that the Amish prioritize. In Amish communities, grandparents often play an active role in raising children and sharing their knowledge and experience, creating a strong sense of continuity and connection. Secret number 10. The art of contentment. Perhaps one of the most profound health secrets of the Amish is their seemingly inherent contentment. They live within their means, value simplicity over material possessions, and find joy in the everyday moments. This mindset can significantly reduce stress and anxiety, which are major contributors to various health problems in modern society. Their focus on what truly matters, faith, family, and community, seems to shield them from the relentless pursuit of more that often characterizes modern life. Studies on happiness and well-being often highlight the importance of gratitude and contentment over material wealth. The Amish lifestyle appears to naturally cultivate these qualities. So, what can we learn from these 10 hidden Amish health secrets? They aren't about expensive gadgets or complicated diets. They are about embracing a lifestyle that prioritizes purposeful movement, real food, strong community bonds, a connection to nature, and a sense of contentment. While we may not be able to completely replicate the Amish way of life, we can certainly incorporate some of these timeless principles into our own. Move your body regularly, find ways to incorporate more physical activity into your daily routine, even if it's just a brisk walk or gardening. Prioritize whole foods, focus on eating more fruits, vegetables, and unprocessed foods. Try cooking meals from scratch more often. Nurture your connections, make time for friends and family. Engage in your community and build meaningful relationships. Unplug and simplify. Create intentional breaks from technology. Spend time in nature and find moments for quiet reflection. Embrace gratitude. Focus on the positive aspects of your life and practice gratitude for what you have. The health secrets of the Amish aren't really hidden at all. They're simply a reminder of the fundamental principles of well-being that have been known for generations. By looking beyond the noise of modern life, we can find valuable lessons in simplicity, community, and a life lived with purpose. What are your thoughts? Share them in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe for more insightful content.